heroes who make us today to be liberated. Abotata Madikizela Mandela, and not forgetting one of our own, Umama Sihomotse Mumpati. We dare not fail them as the Greater Taung Local Municipality. They have laid the foundation. We need to follow in their footsteps. People died for us to be where we are today. We must always remember that. There's the democracy did not come cheap. We encourage our communities to participate on the CBPs and IDPs of the municipality. Opposition parties play a meaningful role in running of the government, as we all have to ensure that we deliver services to our communities. I'm glad we have all these stakeholders together under one roof once more today. There's time to receive the budget from the mayor as a product of consultative proceedings involving stakeholders, parties, and communities. The voters have bestowed their trust on us, whether you are a one-party councillor or majority party or an official opposition. Communities expect better for us. We all serve at the behest of our community. We do not fail them. Even if we differ, we need to differ with respect and necessary decorum. I call all members of council to participate in support and in defense of the municipality in pursuit of excellence. Khato kakhato. Honourable members, I have to indicate to the members of town, community members of town, that we have managed as the municipality to spend all allocated budget or allocated funds. And I also want to indicate that we have improved from the disclaimer to the clean audit. But we cannot pride ourselves with that, because re ke gore re labalabele go bona audit e tokahetseng. With those few words, you are all welcomed to the Council of the Greater Taung Local Municipality. The council is officially opened. As we move to the next item, may I request Councillor Kagiso Budule to come and light the candle for us.
Aretseng sebaka se re tle go laeta le bone le re tle gore laetang ke kopa gore ha o tswa mo o itse gore se le bone fela ke le bone le la go phatsimisa matshelo a rona ke le bone le wa tsena ka lona go lapeng le tle le itse gore mo phelo ba gago go tsela gompieno ha o tswa mo o ka se ka wa tsamaya le sedila la kreste le ko morago ga gago. Re tshwanela ke gore re go mema kreste le ha re tsamaya mo mogorogoro wa moruti wa lesho re tle re itse gore o na le rona. Le bone le re tle gore laetang le re rata gore le tle le phatsemise Greater Taung le baagi ba teng ka kakaretso. Mathata di tsietsi di pitlagano tse re le mo go tsone di tle di fetoge mo matshelong a rona. Ka ga jalo ga ke rate go akgakala ke laeta le bone se di la ka mpontshetseng.
Thank you, Honourable Mabengwane. Can we please sit down? Honourable Councillors, ne kere ke acknowledge member wa rona wa parlamente ya bosetšhaba mo gare ga rona, mme ke itumetse Bridget Tlomelang. You are acknowledged, Member of Parliament. You are one of us. As we proceed with the business of the day, we are on item 4 of the agenda, which is the apologies. I have received the apology from Councillor Moni Morapedi Letile due to ill health, MM. Is there any apology from your side?
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Administratively, I have not received any apology.
And I would also want to indicate to the House that the MM is not feeling well, Honourable Councillors. He is sick. Council, Councillor Lerato Babuseng and Councillor Maribe.
Ke leboga ba sa khotla ke tsaya tshono e go amogela maiteko a tlhagisitsweng ka leboga.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I'm sharing the same sentiment with the latter speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Monchunyane.
Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much. Thanks for reminding me, Honourable Monchunyane. Hosi Molale indeed indicated to me, as he is part of the tribal council, Hosi Molale is in our midst. Thank you very much. As we move to the next item, which is item 5 of the agenda, which is the Constitution, MM.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. By head count, Honourable Speaker, we are well over the threshold that we need. I have counted over 35 heads that are represented by council. We therefore constitute a quorum and we may proceed.
Thank you very much, MM. As we proceed with the business of the day, we are on item 6 of the agenda, declaration by councillors or official on any or indirect pecuniary interest in any matter contained in the agenda. Council, officials, there are forms circulated in the house. Can we all ensure that we fill those forms and return it back as we move to the next item, which is the item 7, items for discussion. We are going to call upon Majoro to come and table and approve the budget of 2023-2024. Majoro, as you ascend to the stage.
Happy?
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. On a lighter note, yesterday we were on the caucus of the African National Congress, and then the Speaker cautioned me, gore Mayara, nako e tlang ko di councilors ka tlhola o rwala diteki And then I told the Speaker that she, as the chief custodian of the rules of this House, she must observe Rule 54 of this House. That's why the commissars are still wearing their red overalls. Now, on that note, Speaker, Honorable Speaker of Council, Ms. Grace Mipolai, and the Honorable Chief of Council, Ms. Masego Mukua, Maloko Committee Kuduta Mahaha Meya Rabale Kotla Badi Korwana, Lebalo Kotla Baba Emetsim Makoko Kako Harlohana, the directors and the managers and staff of Greater Taung Local Municipality, the members of the media, guests from different public and private entities, baagi ba rona ka kakaretso ba ba goleganeng le rona ka Volta FM, UFM le ka mafaratlhatlha a maranyane a harologaneng. I'm humbled and thankful for the opportunity to communicate and a budgetary provision for service delivery to the people of Greater Taung Local Municipality. Needless to say, this is a culmination of consultation with our communities through community-based planning meetings and mayoral imbizos. Through these engagements, we have sought to confirm the community service delivery priorities and share ideas on allocation of resource for the same budgetary. There is an expectation to all of us to table a credible budget through which we fund activities consistent with the revised realistic IDP with due regard for the financial viability of the municipality. This budget comes at the time when the general state of our economy is unsatisfactory. It comes at a time when a number of private companies are shedding jobs and public sector is struggling to keep up with the service delivery demands of our citizens. This is exacerbated by the recent economic outlook that is limping both internationally and locally, given renewed inflationary pressures from the war in Ukraine. Madam Speaker, the ravages of COVID-19 pandemic combined with persistent load shedding, deterioration in port and rail infrastructure, and widespread criminal activity spread a huge risk to the already struggling economy of our municipal area. These factors have undoubtedly had a devastating impact on the livelihood of many members in our communities and increased in the number of indigent households in most communities. It is therefore incumbent upon us to stretch every rand we are meant to spend in the course of delivering services. This means that we are going to have to deliver services in strict order of priority and implement cost-contained policies. Our greatest challenge remains having to temper expectations, reduce levels of impatience on the part of our citizens, as well as encouraging everyone to tighten their belts. More than ever before, it is important for all of us to embrace our slogan, "Ga rona ka rona, kgato ka kgato." Through this slogan, we call all citizens to play an active role in building resilient communities throughout Greater Taung. We can only attain success by working together and appreciating the importance of incremental advancement. The advancement of Greater Taung has to be led by ourselves, and it has to be effected one step at a time. We say this mindful of the fact that there is an urgent need to improve our capacity to raise our citizens' quality of life. We have to do this through exploitation of alternative resources and revenue, appreciation of the need to go beyond the call of duty in the process of delivering services. That is part of the reason why Council welcomes the initiative to establish a fundraising committee to explore and exploit other ways of generating project-based revenue. This committee will report directly to the accounting officer, who will report to the municipal council. Madam Speaker, our council remains committed to play a role of facilitating delivery basic services to our citizens, creating an environment that is conducive for business and thrive, and creating socially cohesive communities across our municipal area. We remain committed to this responsibility regardless of numerous challenges and limitations. Madam Speaker, local government is expected to improve the citizen overall quality of life through delivery of prioritized services. Before the beginning of the current financial year 2022-2023, The Municipal Council approved the SDBIP Service Delivery Budget Implementation Plan, which was informed by the service delivery inputs or priorities raised by the community during the public consultation. Gompieno re motlotlo go begela setšhaba sa etse gore tse dingwe tsa dintlha phisagelo tseo di neng di beetswe le di setswe di itlheletswe ebile re lebeletse go feleletsa tse dingwe ha ngwaga o wa 2023 o ya fifing. We have recorded 78% expenditure of municipal infrastructure grant. We have installed 24 high mast lights across different villages within Greater Taung Local Municipality. Equally, we have completed building of Mokasa 2 Community Hall, the completion of the building of Hasibusho Community Hall. We have also completed building of Loselong Community Hall, completed 75% of Motantanyaning Community Hall, completed a stormwater channel in Mokopela B, completed stormwater channel in Katling. As if that was not enough, we have also completed the construction of Mahane Access Road, which is well in progress as we speak. We will continue to work in collaboration with Dr. Ruth Sukhomutsi Mompati, municipality as the Water Service Authority in effort to find a lasting solution to the challenges of water shortage. Musa Khotla, we can never speak enough about the impact of load shedding on our residential and business communities. Even as the national government continues to make efforts to address this major challenge, we should start looking into finding the local solutions. The power cuts are putting tremendous pressure on the small and developing business, most of which are unable to access alternative energy to keep their business running. This therefore result adverse effect on job security as more and more people lose their jobs due to employers opting for retrenchment or closure. Madam Speaker, the need to work in collaboration with other government entities cannot be overemphasized. We should do this in the spirit of intergovernmental relation and district development model as initiated by the State President, Comrade President Cyril Ramaphosa. Different officials have been participating in the DDM initiatives and meetings. We should be able to see benefits of such engagements and not too distant future. We are faced with the challenge of overgrowing gap between those who can afford to pay for basic services and those who are not able to do so. The vast majority of our communities are living below the breadline and satisfy the requirements for categorization and indigent household. Our finance department has recently concluded the campaign to register indigent household for free basic services. The 11th unit is currently processing all registration forms. We should be able to report on exact number of registration indigent household in a short while. This is done in an effort to cushion the most needy household, our municipality area. The campaign for 2023-2024 will only start around August 2023 with a visit to each ward. Again, this initiative can also be long in creating the much needed cohesion among members of our communities. Madam Speaker, Taung is prone to various disasters such as flooding and heavy rains, which often result in the collapse of mud houses. Part of our responsibility in this regard is to provide effective household with temporary structures. I'm delighted to report that Council has decided to move away from temporary structures which are built with corrugated iron. We have been able to build 108 structures across 19 villages and 7 wards of Greater Taung Local Municipality. Our plan is to build as many structures as necessary within our means. We do this as part of our effort to improve the quality of service we deliver to our communities. Worth noting is the fact that the service provider has employed a total 80 locals from villages where structures have been built. Agreement has also been reached for the service provider to transfer skills. 3 entities, one of which the local traditional jurisdiction, have been identified for this purpose. It is anticipated that once the contract of the current service provider comes to an end, we will have local business entities ready to deliver this important service to our communities. Madam Speaker, if we are to make Central Business District attractive to investors and patrons, we are going to have to work hard on its beautification and enforcement of our bylaws. To that extent, the municipality has established traffic and law enforcement units through the council resolution and subsequently recruited 30 traffic learners who are currently enrolled for traffic law enforcement with Machabeng Training Traffic Academy. These young people will be passing out in August 2023. We are all called to go beyond the call of duty. The following are some of the projects embarked on in the current financial year in an effort to contribute towards building a socially cohesive society. Keeping a girl child in school, whose main aim was to provide school-going girl children with sanitary towels and thereby reduce levels of absenteeism on their part. Not less than 2,000 packets of sanitary towels were donated to Butelisi Secondary, Damasiko Secondary, and Jerimahura Secondary School, to mention a few. Matric Excellence Awards, which seeks to recognize and award excellence among grade 12 learners and encourage them to study further. The Mayoral Cup, which intend to expose sporting talent among the young people and hopefully keep them off the streets. Now, Madam Speaker, the total operating revenue is expected to increase by 4% in the 2023-2024 financial year. This will bring the total anticipation revenue to an amount of 331,094,667 in the 2023-2024 financial year, and decrease of 6% and 2% in the last outer years. Revenue generated from property rates and service charges forms a significant percentage of the municipality's own revenue. The revenue from property rates increased by 4%. Service charges increased by the same rate of 4% from 13,465,829 to 14,864,615. Other revenue items except for transfer and subsidies bear the same rate of 4% increase. Now, the transfers and subsidies from the national and provincial government are appropriated to total of 254,670,25 in the 2023-2024 financial year, and steadily increased to 268,817,128 and 268,817 by 2024-2025 and 2025-2026 financial year. Now, the total operating expenditure is expected to decrease by 4% in most contracted services and other recurring expenditure in terms of 2023-2024 financial year. Zero-based budgeting is used as far as possibly applicable. Total operating for the 2023-2024 financial year has been appropriated to 355,898,354 and translates into a budgeted deficit of 24,803,686. The deficit includes depreciation of 36,500,000 and debt impairment of 5.5 million. The budgeted allocation for employee-related costs for the 2023-2024 financial year totals 157,646,984, which equals 44% of the total operating expenditure. Provision has been made for 7% increase in the salaries and wages of employees. The cost association with the remuneration of councillors is determined by the Minister of Cooperative Government and Traditional Affairs in accordance with the Remuneration of Public Office Bearers Act 1998, Act 20 of 1998. The most recent proclamation in the regard has been taken into account in complying the municipality's budget. The provision of debt impediment for the 2023-2024 financial year equates to 5.5 million, while the expenditure is considered to be a non-cash flow item. It informed the total cost associated with rendering the service of the municipality. This relates to the amounts that the municipality considered might not be recovered from the consumers due to non-payments of the services, as well as the municipality's realistically anticipated revenues. Provisions for depreciation and asset impairment budget appropriations in this regard total 36.5 million for the 2023-2024 financial and equates to 10% of the total operating expenditure. Now, the bulk purchases are directly informed by the purchase of electricity from ESCOM. The related budgeted amount is 5.5 million in 2023-2024 MTREF. Other materials comprise of, amongst others, purchase of fuel, diesel, materials for maintenance and cleaning materials. The related budgeted is 5,155,400. Contracted services are made up of business advisory, your consultants, repairs and maintenance and catering. In line with the municipality's repairs and maintenance plan, this group of expenditure has been prioritized to ensure sustainability of the municipality's infrastructure. The related budgeted amount is 64,056,000 in 2023-2024. Other expenditure comprise various line items relating to the daily operations of the municipality. This group of expenditure has also been identified as an area in which cost savings and efficiencies can be achieved. Now, on the capital expenditure is budgeted at 63,831,155 for 2023-2024 MTREV. 53,691,150 funded by the municipality infrastructure grant, and 10,120 funded by municipality internally generated funds. That's own funding. Capital expenditure funded by transfer and subsidies amounts to 10,120, whereas 53,691,150 relates to the municipal infrastructure grant. Madam Speaker and honorable councillors and fellow citizens of Greater Taung Local Municipality, our capital budget is designed mainly to address the road and electricity infrastructure in our communities. In this line, with our 2023-2024 revised IDP, which shows that the service delivery priorities continue to feature among the top 5. The operating or income revenue is 331 million. The capital income is 54 million. The total income revenue is 385 million. The national and provincial grant is 309 million. Municipal source of income or revenue is 76 million. The expenditure consists of operating expenditure and your capital expenditure. Your operating expenditure that comprises of 359 million and your capital expenditure comprises of 64 million. Now the total expenditure, it brings us to 423 million. Municipality adopts a tariff setting methodology that achieves to appropriate balance between the interest of pure household and other customers while ensuring financial sustainability of the municipality. When setting tariffs, the following was considered: the guidelines from the National Treasury, cost of bulk purchase, and the fluctuation of seasonal consumption, cost of providing services, and sound baseline information. Lastly, the affordability of the services to all classes of our consumers. Now, the National Treasury continues to encourage municipalities to keep increasing rates, tariffs, and other charges as low as possible. Municipality must justify their budget documentation all increases in excess of the upper boundary of South African Reserve Bank's inflation target. The municipality increased the property rates tariff by 4.8% and increased other tariffs charges with 4.8%, except for electricity, which was increased by 7.47% by NERSA guidelines. Excessive increase are likely to be counterproductive, resulting in higher levels of non-payment. The proposed municipal tariffs increase with effect from the 1st of July 2023 are as follows: the property rates 4.0%, water 4.7%, sewage is 4.7%, refuse removal is 4.7%, electricity 15.1%, taking into cognizance this is in line with the guidelines from NERSA. Your sanitations will be 4.7%. Madam Speaker and honorable councillors, in conclusion, I would like to thank all the members of the Mayoral Executive Committee, the entire Municipal Council, the political party that have deployed me, the African National Congress, and I'll also like to encourage that we should all work together to keep this Augustus House and to keep the endeavors of Greater Taung Municipality in line so that we can achieve. We must always remember that for us to achieve what we want to achieve, we must work together despite our political affiliation. We will learn when that day and that time arrives that you will know gore manontlhotlho le maikaelelo a boeteledipele o e bona ka nako a go le thata. So we need one another to keep Greater Taung Local Municipality, the endeavors of our local municipality, le go ntshetsa ditoro le dikeletso tsotlhe tsa bana ditlogolo le dikokomane tsa ga molehabang. Thank you very much. Danko.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor. Indeed, the African National Congress has deployed a capable cadre to lead the Greater Taung Local Municipality. I'm going to call all political parties represented in the council to come and engage the mayor's speech. I'm going to start with AIC. Councillor Dikoker, you are allocated 3 minutes in line with Rule 34 of the House. Councillor Dikoker.
Okay, let me take this opportunity